She's a therapist.
Yeah, and they fired her just for her.
She is a therapist.
I don't know if it was necessarily for what she said. I feel like maybe it was how it was presented. On TikTok. B, not as professional because she was dressed in a boob. So it was almost like her clients could have been like, "Oh wow, that's how she looks outside of her suit and then business." And then she has something bleeped out because she must have said bitch or something. You know what I mean? So now it's like you're using derogatory words, and so it's like it doesn't represent your firm and who you work for. So
facts.
I could see that.
I don't want to. Forgiveness has been a really big theme in my life.
A black therapist claimed she was fired.
Yeah, I'm straight on
after
shawty.
her video criticizing black men for not going to therapy on TikTok went viral. Watch this video.
Don't you want to be able to communicate with your... I think yes, right? Long gone are the days where you can just shut down. Not tolerating that.
All right, ladies, what do you think about our comments?
I find it to be very honest. You know, it's so interesting to me.
Wait a minute. Look at Lisa Ray's face when she says this.
To be very honest.
Lisa Ray's like, bitch, are you tripping? Right.
Oh, that's what she like.
She says.
You know, it's so interesting to me that men, it's so easily for them to take advice, constructive criticism from a man. But when it's from a sister, it's like they reject it. And it comes across to them as angry black woman. I don't have to listen to you. So I like her honesty. You know, we
Bro, who would listen to somebody talking to you like that, bro? She wasn't nothing but disrespectful the entire video. I didn't hear no kind of empathy, compassion, understanding, nothing. It was disrespect the whole video. Who is listening to that? Ain't no man listening to that. And then a man didn't even dime her out. It was a woman that dimed her out. So blame yourselves.
As black people, men and women, are having to learn that therapy and honesty and communication for relationships is a beautiful and needed thing.
You said she's...
Oh, God. Wait, hold on. Vivica, honesty within communication is a fantastic thing. So with that being said, let me be honest with you. You are damn near 60 and have a documented history of outright disrespect towards men. So of course you wouldn't see her behavior on a public platform as being a clinical psychologist, which is her profession, as being disrespectful. Even Lisa Ray, who's your co-panelist, might I add, face couldn't hide the sister code cognitive dissonance in your inability to call out unprofessional behavior. Completely out of order.
Yeah, Shawty was tripping.
Proceed.
She's a therapist.
Yeah, and they fired her just for her.
She is a therapist.
I don't know if it was necessarily for what she said. I feel like maybe it was how it was presented. On TikTok. B, not as professional because she was dressed in a boob. So it was almost like her clients could have been like, "Oh wow, that's how she looks outside of her suit and then business." And then she has something bleeped out because she must have said bitch or something. You know what I mean? So now it's like you're using derogatory words, and so it's like it doesn't represent your firm and who you work for. So
facts.
I could see that.
Like, you got an employer, bro. You on the internet talking like this? Somebody employs you, bro. Like, you can't be. You ain't self-made. You ain't running your own business. You work somewhere. There's repercussions for that, bro.
Being the issue.
Yep.
Okay.
Nice.
Colin, we was all kind of bitches, bro. Men.
Look, no amount of Botox can hide the displeasure in your face, Vivica. Shout out to Lisa Ray for that little bit of sanity.
Agree with Lisa Ray 100%. And here's why, even though Vivica has a great point, but here's why. First of all,
Stop
where's
pandering,
the proof
ladies.
that you were fired because of that? That's first. It's giving cap. When you
What
were
is giving?
discussing, when you were talking about it in your TikTok just now, she stated, because I saw the whole thing, and she stated that most of her clients are Black men.
She
so
did.
That's odd that you would say that and then say you got fired because you said that Black men don't go to therapy. So that's odd.
She did say that
second,
too.
You said, wouldn't you want your B to talk? Wouldn't you want to communicate with your B's? You lost me at calling us BITCHs because technically that's the reason why we're in therapy, because men call us.
Right. Good
so
call
it
out.
gave me a reoccurring trauma.
A lot of people think I'm getting X amount in child support and I don't have to work and I have to do all this stuff, but it's like I very much provide for my child. And I'm here right now. My mom is watching my son and I'm here like doing the damn thing. I'm doing my best. Yeah. Same, sis. A lot of people judge that, but it's like when you have to, you can't rely on your child's father to provide for you, so you have to make a way.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like, I've never been about money. It's never been about that, but it's like, especially me not getting 200,000, which people always say that, which is like, I'd have all my homegirls get pregnant by him. If
that's what was on the tab.
That was what, I don't know, for whatever reason, that
I don't know
was
why
what
that
was
number, but it
circulated.
was that number.
But it's like, I provide for my child.
Yeah.
I get $2,500 a month.
What do I need to do?
But I mean, this is what you chose to do, though. This is what you chose to do. I mean, you get the child majority of the time. He don't get to see his child majority of the time. You got him. And you getting paid $2,500, which is more than most people get. What, you supposed to get 100 bands every month or something just because he is in the NBA? I don't know.
I don't want to. Forgiveness has been a really big theme in my life. I'm gonna get through this video, but never understood when people said you forgive for you. There are a lot of people that I never even began to remotely forgive in my heart. Like Brittany to Brittany, in private, still holding on to resentment. What was so hard about forgiveness for me was, it seems like everybody just moves on with their life. And then here you are, emotionally, you felt like you just did 2 tours in Afghanistan. Arm blown off, forever changed by the events that happened to you.
I mean, that is true facts, though. If you get done wrong in life, somebody do you wrong, and you looking for an apology or my bad or I messed up, it ain't coming for real. It ain't coming. Don't expect it to come. Like, you can't expect it out of people. You can't expect somebody that does you wrong to apologize for doing you wrong. And you can't walk around pissed off at the world because you see them living their best life. But they did you greasy. They messed your life up. They messed you up. But they living good. You can't even walk around with that burden on you. You hurting yourself. They don't care. They have moved on. They do not care.
An acceptance.
Did she just compare her life to a war veteran?
Part 2.
That was a little wild. That was a little wild.
There are some apologies you'll just never get. And you have to validate yourself. I choose forgiveness because I don't want to keep looping in the same story. Because that same story, like the stories that we tell ourselves about our lives, are the same stories that keep us captive. The things that happen to us shape us, without a doubt. But they don't define us. Your wounds, your war wounds, it just means you showed up and you fought. And that's something to be proud of.
Brittany, please turn off the video and go get a therapist. It's crazy how that psychotherapist was quick to call out men, but how many delusional women follow Brittany Renners or live their life like superheads, leveraging their sexuality for monetary gain? Brittany Renner.
Yeah, I don't know what I don't know. I don't see her like was marriage never the goal with none of these relationships? Like, you done been with like athletes, rappers, like what has the goal been? You had a baby, no ring. Now you back by yourself. I think she said he was cheating before she even had the baby. You thought he was gonna get better or something? You thought it was gonna improve? You might need to just start dating some regular people, man. These entertainers ain't doing it for you.
On a cadence of about every 6 to 8 weeks, we'll come out with a new video saying and repeating these kind of high level, surface level quotes that she's come up to regarding her life. But She'll never dive in deep and detail that her promiscuous past has caused her deep psychological damage,
Facts.
which is now on public display. I think it'll do very well for you and your image, Brittany, if you utilize your platform to tell modern women that living a past like that, reveling within your public displays of your sexuality, jumping from star to star, is a sport in which your mental health and your public perception will take damage. Because instead of stepping off the asylum ride, she continues to come to the internet to post video after video of her messy life, instead of stepping back and evaluating her life choices and being accountable for those life choices and being honest regarding those life choices and how those life choices have led to the obvious regret that we see on screen right here, or how those life choices have diminished the chances of her gaining a man as a prospect that will take her seriously.
First people to deal with are the athletes. None of them use condoms, really. So if y'all really want to try to come up off a check off a man, I mean, you could just fuck an athlete. They're really dumb.
Let this entire situation be a lesson.
That's wild.
There were no cheap.
It's wild that she said that, but then now you the person in the car crying. You said that, and PJ is about to get married. You said that, and you having mental breakdowns, and you looking, and you having to talk to the camera and talk about getting nobody's gonna apologize and stop looking for apologies. Like, you said that athletes is dumb. You can get pregnant by them and get a check, and you said this.
Codes to life.
What do the mission be?
There are loopholes, but at the end of the day, you reap what you sow, and what you sowed has dovetailed into intense anxiety and stress. But nevertheless, I wish you well, but I just think that it's super interesting that we can see the past as documented on social media and the current state. She wasn't posting videos of her crying previously before she wrote that book.